What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. We got Salvation High School, SCP-3935, bro. We just rolling along with the SCP Tales of Foundation. I really want to get this series done. Like, I love the storyline, Dr. Buck and all these people. It's really fun to watch. So we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into the video. No talking, bro. Let's see what this is talking about. I like the little thumbnail on the side. See what it's talking about, bro. Let's go.
She wanna know where I be. She wanna know, yeah. Walking that bitch, designer all over my sleeve. Walking with slime, yeah. That nigga mad, cause she wanna leave with me. Shorty, she mine, yeah. I let her brag. I be fucking his bitch. She show her mind, yeah.
Yeah.
Two 10th grade students report hearing what they described as someone trying to speak under the ground.
What, bro?
One of them
That's too much
reports
dip on
this
the
to
chip.
her mother, who ignores it.
That's too much dip on your chip, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Several female students report seeing faceless things instead of their own reflections in the mirror. They do not seem bothered by this.
How is what? Hell, all right, bro.
Students arriving to the school notice that the Indiana state flag is more than 3 meters above the top of the flagpole, attached to nothing. When observed,
What is this
students
school?
claim that they can also see 9 female figures hanging by ropes from the flagpole, which disappear immediately after being seen. A custodian reports seeing something standing at the bottom of the pool, staring at him. At 7:56 a.m., the entire school hears someone whisper the word "hello" into their right ear. During a gym class, senior Nate Bennett avoids a dodgeball when it phases through him. As he begins to sink into the floor, he screams for help. Nobody doesn't seem motivated
Bro, come
enough
on,
to
dog.
help him.
Like, stop. Bro, stop. Bro, stop.
This video is sponsored by
then you
Summoner's
gonna throw
War.
me with this
Hop into
ad,
Summoner's
bro.
War and take advantage of exclusive 7th anniversary content before it's something. Be sure to
Facts, y'all do that. Friday. What happens on Friday?
The principal decides to close the school on Friday. Inexplicably, the entire student body ignores the principal's orders and
What
shows
are
up to
y'all
school
doing?
anyways. The interior of the school has become non-Euclidean. As the students approach the back of the space, they realize they are moving down, not into. In the distance, they see the archway leading to SCP-3935. Suddenly, the entire mass of students shifts 50 meters outside of the space and are suddenly encased in rock and earth. The students spend roughly 20 seconds trapped in this area before reappearing back in the school. All students report being the only one in the building and, after wandering through the hallways for a short time, coming across a doorway below a doorway and entering the small sub-basement room. Inside, the students report seeing 3 separate visions. A woman crouched over a body of water, blood surrounding her feet and her arms extended
What is
into
that?
the water up to her elbows.
Yuck.
A farmhouse in the middle of a grove of trees that is burning, while 9 humanoid
Oh, this
figures
is like that one. This is like that one short film. The one SCP short film with the people like all floating. It was like the operatives and stuff like that.
hang in the air overhead. And a weeping woman digging in a field until her hands begin to rot and fall apart. Once the visions subside, the small black humanoid appears. Students hear the entity say the word
I mean, can we appreciate they drip though? She kind of dripping. I ain't gonna cap.
"hello" again, are immediately surrounded by 9 screaming female figures and then are suddenly in their own homes. One unidentified woman reports witnessing a weeping young woman running back into the school building. After following her into the now unlocked sub-basement, she is unable to find the young woman,
Why would
but
you
is the
follow
first
her?
to report the collapsed floor. Over the next few days, UIU amnestic regimens begin to take effect. Most of the townspeople are readily convinced that the things they saw were hallucinations as a result of toxic gases blown south from a factory to the north. Sometime after the end of the primary anomalous activity period at the school, an audit of the damage by a contractor discovered the collapsed section of a wall and floor leading to a narrow gap in the foundation. A member of the independent team accidentally slipped and fell into the antechamber near SCP-3935. Without a way to easily extract the individual, their supervisor encouraged them to proceed into SCP-3935 a short distance and see if there was a way out.
Throw me a
When
rope.
the individual did not return from SCP-3935, Foundation personnel embedded in local authorities took over the investigation. SCP-3935 is an extratemporal, extraspatial, non-Euclidean space located beneath the Salvation High School in Salvation, Indiana. While SCP-3935 is the designation for the specific anomaly mentioned, it is believed that the anomaly currently affects the entire town of Salvation. The access point to SCP-3935 proper exists roughly 25 meters below the collapsed section of basement, below the school's pool, in a small antechamber containing a stone arch. The original creator of the arch, or how it became buried so far underground in the first place, are the subjects of investigation. Inscribed on the arch is a phrase in English not believed to exist elsewhere in literature.
I didn't want to read it, bro.
The way below winds
She gonna
deeper,
read it to me anyways?
longer,
Alright,
unspeakable, its patterns laid. The lost forever damned to wander, this thing a quiet madness made.
Why'd you start
The
whispering?
following interview was conducted by Dr. Collingwood in 2002. The subject, Mrs. Valerie Fletcher, was a teacher at Salvation High School during the period of anomalous activity in 1976.
Can you tell me about your time at Salvation?
Nigga, how old is Dr. Collingwood, man? So he's a 2002, 2021. She got to be 40.
Oh, well, I already told you about the memory loss. Just can't seem to string things together anymore. I was a teacher, though, see?
What can you tell me about the town? Anything you remember that stands out?
There were always some people who would tell stories, They...
Yes?
What? Hello?
What's wrong with her?
You were just talking about people telling stories, Mrs. Fletcher.
Oh. The young people would go out into the woods and get themselves all riled up about whatever spook or specter they thought were seeing out there. There were things that were strange. Well, I don't know if they were actually strange, or if it's just my memory giving me trouble again.
What about at the high school? Anything strange ever happen there?
High school?
Where you were a teacher? Salvation High School?
She's a very good listener.
Yes, I was a teacher. I taught English, I think.
Do you remember anything strange happening at the school?
No, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. We did have a child disappear once, I think. The last she was seen was by the pool. And then nobody ever saw them again. I just think, I think they ended up saying they just ran away. Some of them were problem children, Trouble. And there's just nothing you can do.
Is there anything else about Salvation you remember?
It all blurs together after all this time. I seem to remember there was one time somebody found a girl. They were strung up in the woods. Well, I don't know why they'd do anything like that.
One last question, Mrs. Fletcher. After the earthquake, they found a room underneath the basement near the pool. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't. Nobody ever went into that room but the janitors, I think. Just storage. Though, I think that girl asked about that room once. She said, she heard some things coming from it. She was very interested in it, I think, before she... either way.
Thank you again for your time, Mrs. Fletcher. Actually, before I go, do you think you know anything about this?
Well, yes, I do. Those are the... that's the cheerleaders. There were, let me think. There were 10 of them, though, I think. Unless something happened to one of them.
So is the one...
There were definitely 10.
Yeah, so the one might have been the weeping girl, right?
The town of Salvation, Indiana has been evacuated. An fenced 2-kilometer quarantine zone has been established around the center of the town. Roads leading to the nearby town of Eminence have been removed and rerouted. Foundation personnel are to monitor all known travel routes into Salvation for signs of civilians. Any civilians caught attempting to enter Salvation are to be remanded to the custody of local authorities. Cover story 3935.18, Hazardous Waste Disaster, is currently being disseminated. The building containing SCP-3935, Salvation High School, is to be guarded by Foundation security personnel. Under no circumstances are any non-authorized personnel to enter SCP-3935.
Is that it? That one felt like kind of short and, you know what I'm saying, concise, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all thought of that one down below in the comments. You know, it was pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure the 10th cheerleader was the girl that was running into the grave, into the ground, or I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Make sure you like the video, and make sure you let me know what SCP to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, bro. Peace out.